because I talked to Mike about the address books, which are coming out.
Okay.
But anyway, let me find out who does not have stuff to show. That's the easiest way to do it.
I do not.
Susan and Janice.
Susan, how could that be?
Oh, and
I'm
Sarah.
sorry.
Sarah.
None.
Oh, and Sarah,
None for me.
Okay, none for Sarah. All right.
you're in a good group.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have a lot to show. So,
Oh, good.
all right. Then let us begin. Does anybody have a reason to leave early? Yeah,
No.
Janice,
Yeah, I made it.
exhibitor. Well, Ted, let's let Ted go first in case his back goes out.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to show some photographs that I took a few years ago that they're not great photography, but I found them very interesting. So let me go ahead and do that. Where am I?
Earth.
Said that.
Let me start here. You see this?
No,
No,
No.
we just see your Zoom page.
Oh,
How is that possible?
That
Wait a minute, give me a second. I don't know, I may lose you guys. So what about now?
no.
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 Then I don't know what to do.
Oh,
I
Okay.
do just what I always do, so. Let me try one more time.
Yeah,
Okay, I bet you get it this time.
yeah.
Ted.
Share.
Just make sure Photoshop is in the in your list. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
I knew it was what it is.
I love the shadow.
It's beautiful. It really is.
Very
Okay.
nice.
That is very, very nice.
Okay. I'm getting kind of lost here, but I don't know what's going on. I'm getting all kinds of weird stuff here. But here's another one.
Well, that's very
I
interesting.
like that.
Wow. Yeah, I like the silhouette thing.
Yes.
Yeah. That looks like an old car.
How is it that the sign is the correct way if you're inside?
It's not the correct way. I reversed it.
Oh, secrets. Okay.
Can't fool me.
Wow.
I didn't realize I didn't realize I did that. Here it is.
Okay.
Oh, oh.
I kind of like it
very
reversed.
nice. I like it better when you can see Nick's.
Yeah, it's very strange.
But I liked this little spot in the window where you could see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bob should know this lady because we used to have breakfast here a lot.
Yeah, I recognize the luncheonette. Yes.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
that is very nice.
And
Yeah.
I like this tree. This tree was just, I don't know how old it is, but it's
Old enough.
Where was that?
Yeah.
Gnarly.
yeah, that's the good word, darling.
Yeah, that is a really good shot
And
because
where was this at, Ted?
This was in Connecticut.
Mm.
And I caught this girl
is that AOC?
Right.
having her lunch. I thought it was a good. And
Yeah.
I call this the conversation.
Good title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very
Oh, yeah.
mysterious, actually. You wonder what they're
Right.
saying. Because their faces are so close together, so pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever be able to be like that again.
And then when Bob and I were coming back from Staten Island on the ferry, I caught this girl, or I should say young lady.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
That's very
Yeah.
nice, yeah.
She was so engrossed in what she was doing that, so
pre-cell phone, so you wouldn't even be able to get that much detail from her today.
Yeah.
Right.
I note that you do not do all that much Photoshop adjustments on your photos.
No, I don't.
No, a choice.
I just like her focus. She just really into it.
Is she looking at herself? Is that what she's doing?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in a makeup mirror on the ferry.
Wow.
She could be using the mirror to spy on somebody behind her.
That's right.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. That's it.
Well, thank you. That was
Thank you,
definitely
Stead.
worth-
Very nice.
That's nice.
Sure.
Very
You were
good.
fun taking them.
All right. Let's see. Susan.
Susan doesn't have anything.
I don't,
That's right.
I'm
That's
working
right.
on,
That's right.
I'm
You told
working
me
on
and I
things in the studio. That's okay. And there's one I
okay.
did today back there, but
Back there?
All
Oh, I
right.
like that. It looks snowy.
it is.
Okay, Jane, do you want to go?
Yes, I will. Hi, Ron.
Hey,
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 Ron.
Hey, Ron.
bye.
This is,
Ooh,
you see that?
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yes.
This was,
Very nice.
this was on, this, I showed this at the Plastic Club one time in the portraits show,
Okay.
maybe a couple years ago. But I thought I would, thank you. I thought I'd share it because it's similar to the more coffee hun picture that I, with,
I like his nose. I mean, it's a very interesting face.
Yes.
this is, this gentleman is David Bradley. He's a British actor. But he was in the Harry Potter films and he was in the Game of Thrones. I happened to meet him when he was staying at the home of some friends of ours where they
Cool.
would rent out apartments. So
Nice.
I said, can I take your picture? I'm an artist. I'll paint a picture of you. So he let me, he posed for a bunch of pictures. So that was very nice of him.
Did you send it to him when you did it? Did you?
No, I tried to, but I couldn't contact him. I just lost touch. Anyway,
It's interesting the variation of colors in the skin tone. I mean, there's a lot of difference between the yellow and the pink,
mhm.
but they work nicely. They
Yeah.
Well, this is how, when I was taught to paint the first go round, this is with acrylics, you just put the colors on, focusing on the lights and the darks, not necessarily the right color. And so that's what I did for this. And I thought I'd stop. I didn't want to overwork it because I liked the way it looked. And
I hear it.
and that was that.
It's great. He has a great face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was looking out a window here.
Yeah,
does
I like it.
Mhm.
look
You know, it's a nice pose. I agree.
I like the light. The light is great.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the unfinished look to the shirt. You've used just a few
Yeah.
strokes there of the brush, and it really gives a
Very
good sense of what
effective.
you're looking at.
Okay. Very nice. I like this style, so I may continue with it.
it's a nice style.
I've come in late. I don't know if I'm on because I'm on my, oh, I am. There I
Oh,
am.
yes.
Oh, hey.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm late. I
Hi,
wanted to
Ken.
make a, hi. The abstraction of this piece is spectacular. I love it. I mean, some of you have talked about it being the unfinished look and all that, but it just is really, it emotes this man for sure. I don't know him, know anything about him. I came in late, but it's beautiful. I like it a lot.
Ken, I like the
Thank you.
view behind you. It is the view behind you. Is that a photograph of it? Or is it the actual view?
Are you
Oh,
outside?
no, I guess I must have, I'm on my phone and I've never done this on the phone before, so I don't know what's going on. But
Oh,
yeah,
well, it's a very nice photo behind you.
That's the view from our roof. I thought you were up on a roof.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I
Oh.
don't know why. I have no idea why that's there.
Well, it looks very nice.
Whoa.
Good, good. I'm glad we all like it. I'm glad the phone is working. I had no idea whether it would or not. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Well, yes, it's a close-up of you. Usually you're a bit further away.
Okay, we have, and Ken and Ron, do you both have stuff to show?
I don't today. I'm actually out of town, so I almost
are
didn't
you?
make it. That's,
Ah,
Wow,
Okay.
so that view, you're not, that's like in your camera and it's coming up and you're not even there.
I know, it's really strange. I don't.
Magic.
Can you divulge where you are? I mean, can you
Yeah.
I am
divulge?
down. I'm in Atlantic
secret.
City, actually, believe it or not.
Oh,
Oh, my gosh.
Ron, did you have anything?
I can share if, depends on
Okay,
what time we have,
all right. Let's go to Mike. Mike, do you have anything?
Yeah, I do. I have one, and Sarah will help me put it up. I'm a boxing fan, and
Hmm.
I like at the end of the fight when the referee almost gets between the boxers and he puts his arm up, and as soon as the bell sounds, he yells, "Time!" And I was watching boxing, and that kind of stuck with me. And then, of course,
Oh, that's nice.
everything that we're doing now is about time and timing. So this is what came out of it. I call it's about time.
Oh, how did you,
that's clever.
Mike, how did you do the background? I mean, it's very sort of abstract. How did you do that? Get everything on it?
Well, it's okay, of course it's all Photoshop, but
Oh.
I have a pretty extensive library of textures. So
Oh,
it's a matter of starting with an idea, and then what I do usually is build an image from the back forward rather than from
yes.
forward from back. So the background is there, and I get the background the way I like it. Then I'll lay something else on and make whatever adjustments are necessary, and just keep doing that. And I had seen this clock face somewhere. It was just one clock face. And then, again, you think about distorting time and, just time has so many meanings that
Yes.
I thought I would change the shape of the faces. And then to try to cheer it up a little bit, I put some flowers at the bottom. So it wasn't, too spooky or
well, it's a
trivial.
very
And
unique
then,
composition.
that's what happened.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
so
It's very personal, so that's really interesting.
Thank you.
I love the warmth of the background too. There's
Yeah.
it's a very inviting use of the palette, the color.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Well,
It is.
Kind of
Well,
dreamlike.
especially in the cold of winter, it sort of warms you up.
Yes, absolutely.
Kind of dreamlike. Yeah. It's very nice.
Good. Kind of,
I have a question. Are they supposed to be clock trees or clock flowers? Because they look like they're on a stem.
well, they are because of the flower. They're growing out of the flower bed.
Oh,
And it doesn't have, it's just a little surreal to me. So that it doesn't have to make sense. They don't have to be flowers, but that's just came together. Can't always explain what I do or what I see. I just kind of see it and do it.
and
well,
my,
it's interesting. It's an
You have to-
interesting view into your head.
Yeah. It's scary, isn't it?
No, actually, it's not scary. It's reassuring.
Yeah. We have that cheerful touch.
Yes.
Well, of course, what I think is the most, I don't know what word to use, interesting, beautiful part of this is at the bottom, all the way at the bottom.
There's the guy.
Yes, man.
I saw that.
But who is
Very,
it?
very suave.
The
Um,
adventurers
Is it
photographer.
you? Is it you, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
That is, yes,
that
that
you?
is.
Who else?
Yeah, that is.
Wow, you look
well,
so
it's
suave.
not
You look like
funny.
a cowboy.
Yeah,
You used that on
that's-
last week's image too, didn't you?
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw that.
think
I
it's
just
gonna-
didn't know. I just didn't know why it popped up.
Yeah, and then I was kind of impressed with myself, and I put it, in a folder on on my desktop, and then I found out earlier, and I called it my emoji, and then I
Right,
realized
right,
that
right.
I had misspelled the word emoji, so that was kind of embarrassing. But so I changed it.
Mike,
I like that's a nice shot,
can
actually.
I ask you a
Sarah?
question, Mike?
Wonderful shot.
Yeah.
Mike, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did you grow up in Philadelphia?
Yes.
I just said, you said you're a boxing fan. Did you ever hear the Adelphi or Adelphi?
Oh, the Adelphia. Sure.
It's on Somerset and Kensington Avenue.
Correct.
They would
Yeah,
have Friday night fights there, and my father would take me there when I was a little boy.
Well, it's funny, as much as I enjoy the fights, and I think it's really my favorite thing to watch in sports. I never wanted to see it in person
Oh, okay.
because I like the skill of it and not the brutality of it. So
It
I
was
don't think
pretty
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I had some friends who were fighters, and it's tough. It's a tough way to make a living. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy watching it on television. I just appreciate the skill, especially and the opportunity that it affords a lot of people who come from difficult backgrounds and surroundings, and it gives them a way to earn a nice living and have a nice life. But it's really the skill of it. And I think what appeals to me most is that, as far as I know, it's the only sport that I can think of that that can end before a specified length of time or a specified score is reached.
Well,
And it's that anticipation.
what I remember very distinctly, and of course in those days they would fight each other almost. I mean, these people's faces, they were like incredible. They had the cauliflower ears, their noses were all bent away. They really looked battered, these guys.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's a tough way to make a living. I mean, it's not as bad as being a wedding photographer, but it's tough.
Hey,
Okay,
are
do you have
you,
anything else, Mike?
No, that's good. Thank you very much.
Mike,
Appreciate the info.
Mike, are you,
Thank you.
are you on,
I'll take you out.
Mike, are you on Instagram, MN Test or something? Are you on?
No.
You're not on?
No,
Instagram?
I'm not on anything like that. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Okay.
I'm not. Sarah's active in Facebook, I know,
And Instagram.
and Instagram, but she has friends.
Okay. Mick, do you want to show us what you have?
Yeah, let's do it. Share screen. So I did
Nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
3 things this weekend. We'll do them in order of execution.
Wow, cool.
I love the
Shadow.
disembodied shadow.
Exactly.
Mhm.
First thing you notice.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
up here.
this place is called Jacquin's. I guess it's like some kind of liqueur factory at Lehigh and Trenton Ave in Port
Right.
Richmond.
Yeah. I know
Old
where it
Richmond,
is.
I guess. It's
Yeah.
not exactly Port Richmond.
Yeah.
It's like Wonka there. There's never any activity at this place. There's no people, there's no nothing. It's a fascinating old factory.
Hmm.
But this is the back. It's like a more modern section. So I guess they walk across that catwalk thing up there and go to the more modern side. So it's got these vertical slats in the building. So it's really modern looking. But if I were to look down instead of looking up, you'd see like old cobblestone street. So it's pretty cool. But yeah,
That looks beautiful, that pole.
Yeah, it really is.
thanks.
Oh,
I
man.
really like, I'm getting kind of tired of blue. Why isn't this not getting close? Oh, there it goes. Well, you can really see that shadow now. I'm getting tired of blue. So I just thought I'd be real quick about the sky and just get on with it. I noticed another flaw in the paper. They're sending me a new pad of paper, by the way. I complained.
Is it?
Oh, Mick, sometimes accidents are good. That looks good.
Yeah.
This is so cool. That shadow up there, because it's not connected to anything,
Yeah.
it adds an element of
Yeah.
mystery. And then that little bit of whip on the telephone pole, the telephone
Yeah.
pole itself is beautiful. And that little whip there, and then the
Yeah.
wires in general, it's just another really good piece from you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Very
Thanks.
nice.
Yeah,
I have a
I'm
quick,
sorry, Mike.
I was going to say, I have a quick question for you.
yeah,
Do you draw those wires freehand?
yeah.
I
Wow.
hate you.
Wow.
Or do you draw it with pencil and then?
I take I don't know how easy it will be to see my camera, but I'm just going to grab one of the tools. So I mean, I use like drafting tools to lay out the general shape of it. But
Uh-huh.
then once you do that, you're just running a brush around, right? There's no.
Oh, you do it by brush, not
Yeah, I don't
literally
think you
by
can.
ink or something.
Yeah, no, the brush used for those lines in the old days, I think it was called a rigger, like a like rigging in a ship. But the new word is called liner. I guess nobody knows what rigging is, so I just have one of those.
Well, you really mastered the wires this time.
Yeah, you have. It's really good.
You know, I walk around places like this on Sunday morning to get the composition. You know.
The angles are odd. The building is sort of slanted to the right, and then the telephone is straight up and down, and then the passageway is, it's an interesting conjunction of angles.
And
that
then
it
and
immediately puzzles
the shadow
mind.
of the telephone pole goes this way, and
Yeah.
great
It gives
observation.
it so much movement
Yeah.
because everything is
Mhm.
off kilter.
Yes, yes.
Which is the
Yes.
nice contrast between that and then these very thin little telephone wires, These
Yes.
big graphic movement and then these little wires. It's just really wonderful.
Right.
I'm going to look more carefully, Mick, and see if I can find any such scenes.
I think you've got one last week for sure. You got some good ones last week. I don't
Remember, I can't.
Yeah,
can't
some
remember what I
yellow,
showed you.
some yellow city scene you were doing, I thought was really striking. But yeah, I think some of if you think about the way photography distorts perspective and stuff like that, I mean, that's definitely an influence. And plus I like that artist from the early 20th century, Charles Demuth from Lancaster, because he used to do strange things to the building. So, I mean, this is just, the next two I'm going to show are nothing like this, but it's like, I'm trying to get a little bit more abstract or geometric about these things sometimes, just to play around. So I'm glad you guys see that here. That's good.
Nice composition.
That's beautiful.
All right. And now for something completely different. So to be honest, I was a little disappointed with the sky and the paper going bad. So I decided to just do a sketch.
Mick, forget about it. That was a winner.
Great, well, I'm glad.
This is just amazing. What
So
is it?
I did
Where
something
is it?
different.
It's not your usual.
I studied a Roland Hilder picture. This is just part of it. There were more ships and stuff in the river there, but I just kind of deleted all that because I just wanted to focus on.
Yeah, I
the birds.
really liked Roland Hilda. I looked him up after you mentioned him.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's this The guy who like only uses 3 paint colors apparently. So
Wow.
this was done drawing the buildings in ink first as
Oh,
just like an
man.
ink drawing, and then I colored it afterwards. So I,
Hmm.
you know, just he was around in the early 20th century, like the late 19th century, early 20th century. So, you know, there's like old fishing trawlers and stuff, right? So it's cool.
Well, you know, Mick, there's a contrast of that very beautiful building in the middle and then the not so good stuff on the either side. And that's what makes it really stand out. It's not like Venice where every building is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's something really unique, you know, because you have, and then you have the ordinary stuff. That's what makes it stand out.
So, and then I felt like I got my bearings back because this was just a sketch. And then this scene so this is a snow scene, my first snow scene. And it's not from today or yesterday, but it's from the other week when there was snow. And I was walking around Northern
Oh,
Liberty.
that's nice. That is
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Just an
Lot of
open
depth.
field.
Yeah, that is very nice.
I love that wall.
Yeah, the wall is amazing.
So the sun was directly coming from the south. So I'm facing due east here. This was probably late morning.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you scan these things in, you don't really get the right look, but there's probably more subtlety in the snow here, but you can't really tell. So that's mostly just white paper, right? But so there's a little more subtlety on the real sheet of paper. But I'll be honest here. I love how the plants you do last. So this is opaque. So it's a little bit of opaque white mixed in with the watercolor. It's the only way you can get it to sit on top of the dark colors, right? So that was the last stuff I did with the plants. But I really enjoyed doing the plastic bag and the snow-covered garbage bag.
Wow. I don't know how you find all this stuff. I just don't see it where I am right now.
So I want to point out that my influence here, and has been for a long time with these types of scenes, I should have mentioned this before, is actually a very, very old painting by Vermeer, and it's called The Little Street. And I'm not going to show you what that looks like, but you can Google it. The Little Street is a straight-on shot.
I love them. Yeah. Okay.
And
I think I
Vermeer
know
didn't
that
do a
play.
lot of stuff like that, right? He's known for like interior pictures and stuff, but he shows this brick building in his hometown, which is just staggering for being something like 450 years ago. So this is getting close to being my little street, as it were. So you should
So-
look up that piece.
Mick, I really like the like in the plants and the shadows in the lower left-hand quadrant.
Mm.
You generally don't do nature, you know, you do so many buildings and streets and wires, but I really like this the natural, you got the natural thing going on too.
Mm.
Cool
Yeah.
diagonal shadow on the wall too.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like the diagonal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what was up there. It was probably wires or something that, because it's such a raking light, it just looked really kind of dissolved out. So I just, I didn't want that to dominate too much. I mean, that one, obviously, it's like, it's right there. So it's real dark. You learn a lot. Like the farther away the object is from the thing it's casting a shadow on, the lighter it is. So when it's real close, it's very dark. And when it's farther away it gets, it dissipates. It's fun. I walked by this scene today and it is really just a big junk pile. So I love finding these things that look beautiful to me. So thank you.
Yeah, that's
Thank
really
you.
Nice.
good. Really good. Really good.
Ken, are you going to be able to show on your phone?
He's muted.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Who's muted? Who?
Damn. Oh my goodness. There we go. I wanted to make a quick, I don't have it. Mick, I've said it last week and I want to repeat it on a different level. The apparent, your craftsmanship is beyond belief. I applaud it on the highest level. But the artistry and the vision of what you see in the world is staggering me. I love your work. I think it's spectacular.
I agree.
And
Thank
I
you very
really
much.
applaud it.
I appreciate that.
It really is. It's wonderful.
Ditto, ditto.
Thank you.
Yeah.
These sessions are helping. It keeps me working and pushing ahead. So
Well, I can't wait to see some of these for real. I really, I'm looking forward to that.
cool.
Big time. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Good.
Ron, do you want to go?
Sure. Let me prep up here for a second. Give me just 1 minute. Oops. Okay, let me share screen. Where is that button? Down here.
Do we see your screen? Ah,
Okay.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, yes.
Very nice.
That is very
Cool.
spectacular.
Can I paint that?
It does look like a painting, actually.
it
yes.
does.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Eastern State Penitentiary, and
Oh.
it just, I liked it because it just gives a sort of has a spooky feeling, which.
Mhm.
Well, it really looks like a painting. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah, thanks.
It does.
So now we're going from Philly to Hungary. And this is
Oh, my.
in a little town called Eger, where our friend Gabby went to high school back when Hungary was still a communist country. And the high school was free in a different town. She was eager to get out of her little town of Debas, where she lived outside of Budapest, small town. And she got to go to this, she's a kind of gifted student, and she got to go to the school. And these are some students taking a tour of the fort there. And the fort is a place where the Hungarians held off the Turks from invading Europe.
Big deal.
Yep.
Is she in the photograph?
No, no.
Okay.
This is just they just had some class of kids that were visiting there too.
Wow.
And this is another view of the fort.
Do you know what that center symbol is? The arch? This one in the
No.
middle?
Yeah, just some
Never
variation.
seen that
The
before.
clouds are beautiful in that shot.
Yes.
Too.
Hardly ever see clouds exactly like that. Wisps.
Wisps.
And then this is another part of the fort.
That's a
Beautiful.
cool composition. Yeah.
And now this is just some sort of a loop,
Whoa.
playing with that.
Hmm.
I like.
And this was where we were parked in front of this antique place.
Oh, that's nice. It's
like
nice
a-
the way
The
the
trees
brick.
look very nice, very nicely draped.
Yeah. And then now we're going back to Rose Valley. This is a picture from yesterday. Nope, we're going to Portugal first. Okay, this is
Oh,
Portugal.
wow, that's cool.
Nice.
Mm,
Again, that looks like a painting, not a photo.
Yes, it
yeah,
does.
very flat, very, very cool
Yeah,
stuff
that
here.
definitely looks like a painting.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
And then this next one, I believe it's the next one, was yesterday in the snowstorm of the wolf tree in our preserve behind our house. So yeah,
Is that what it's really called? A wolf tree?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's an old poplar, but it's been there for probably 100 years, and it's or more, and it's pretty cool looking tree.
Wow.
That's it. I haven't been as
Very
active. I mean, with the not being able to travel and just because it's winter and so forth. So I haven't been out on very many photo expositions. So it's been kind of like,
It's
Really?
beautiful. It's
You have
Wonderful.
some really good, you have some really good stuff, saved up.
Wow, those trees.
It's
are
really
beautiful.
good stuff, good stuff.
yeah, thanks.
Do you live right in like the arts and crafts part of Rose Valley?
Yeah, it's pretty much, it's a really small borough. We have fewer than 1,000 people live here. And so most of it's like that. But our home was built in 2008, but it's in an arts and crafts style. And what really I think helped us make that decision is right behind us is this wildlife preserve, so it's kind of
Nice.
nice. So anyway, that's it.
Cool.
Very
Terrific
nice,
work,
very nice, Ron.
terrific.
Good
Really
stuff.
enjoyed
Very
it.
The
Beautiful,
wolf
beautiful,
tree.
Good.
wonderful.
Hey, Bob, let's have a woman go next, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I mean, I hate to say it, but it's kind of becoming a pattern here. And I think that Neela may have something.
Kim,
So Bob,
I mean, I will listen to what you're saying, but I think you're being a little bossy. Tell you the truth.
Oh, well, good,
Anyway, Neela, go ahead.
good. I'm doing an AOC on you then.
okay, let's see. Yeah, I was getting tired of not going out. So I've been looking through all my old stuff to see what I had. And came up with a couple carnival shots from the summer.
Mm.
So these were taken around late in the afternoon. And you only have a little bit of time to get everything in focus and click the shutter, and it either works or it doesn't work.
Yeah, we're not getting the share screen.
Oh, that didn't come up?
No,
No.
we haven't seen it. No.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Glad somebody said something. Let's see. Now?
Yeah, we got
no,
the
we
share
got
screen.
something, but we.
Yeah.
There.
Oh,
Got it?
Okay, okay.
Oh, great shot.
Yeah, beautiful
Very.
lighting there, Neela.
Love that.
Yeah, I love the light.
Yeah, the
Light.
eyes are
Gold.
terrific.
The little girl looks so much like she could be a relative of that little creature.
Yeah. That's
I love the fact that her eyes are, that one girl's eyes are closed and the ride's eyes are so big and open.
Yeah. Some of these are just so cute.
Mhm.
And let's see.
this was summertime
This is summertime.
Yeah,
before the
all right.
before the virus. Yes.
yeah. Very nice, Neela.
Can you
Nice.
see that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Where was this?
I go all over, but I stay in Pennsylvania. I didn't want to do other states.
Hmm.
So we get to see all sorts of different neighborhoods, and the collection of people are so different from one
Hmm.
little fair to the next. I love that.
It's nice.
Beautiful color that you have here.
There, I have one more.
Oh,
Very nice.
All right.
that is very nice.
And that little bug looks a little carnivorous to me.
Yeah, he looks like he just had a nice meal.
Doesn't it? Yeah. I didn't notice that before.
I love the little boy's face.
He looks a little uncomfortable.
Well,
Yeah, look, he's the next.
yeah.
He's the next meal.
A little treat.
Mhm.
That's it.
Very
Beautiful.
nice.
Really
Very nice.
unusual.
Beautiful.
Neela, I just wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
are you professionally an artist? Because your range is so enormous. I mean, what do you do for a career type of thing? Because it seems like you must be in art.
Well, I do. This is what I've always done. I've done sculpture and I've done photography. So when I got out of school, I went to a private mint and I did coins for them. So I used my sculpture that way, and it was doing really low relief. And that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And I got to do some coins for different countries and couple medals for special anniversaries for the islands. So it was a lot of fun. And I always loved photography. And so I went back and I got my master's in that.
Oh,
So yeah,
Was your mint work with Franklin Mint?
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't do coins for other countries unless it's a private.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was fun.
Very nice.
Very
good.
nice, very nice.
Ancient trade.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
it
love-
is.
Let me do a quick look at, I got Vermeer.
Oh, wonderful.
Can you, let's see, share screen, Vermeer.
I know this picture too.
That's the little house.
That is
Is that-
it.
is
Or the
that
little
one?
street, the
Because
little
I've
house.
seen that so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yes. Beautiful.
and the color, I guess, is what you used in your, in your painting.
Yeah, I've always been fascinated how there isn't a lot of perspective, but it's, and he's still, if you get real close to it, you see that a lot of it's abstracted, but he almost draws every brick. But I should point out that the first time I saw this was in real life. I'd never seen this before. I always thought Vermeer was the guy that showed like a woman playing a harpsichord or something. I had no idea who he was really. And I was just like, what is this piece? I'm like, 1600. I'm like, what? I actually saw it in Amsterdam
Wow.
like 10 years ago, and it was just loved it. And I was like, ooh.
Hey, Mick, I've sometimes wondered when you do these things and, with these Philadelphia scenes, and you bring these places back to life, but, have you ever tried doing what you're doing here in a place like Amsterdam or some town in Italy or, something like that? Because I don't know, would that even?
A little bit. In before times, I went to, I spent a week walking around Brussels and Bruges sketching.
Oh, nice.
And I have a sketchbook. This was a couple years ago, but I didn't have any color paints or anything with me. It just wasn't part of my repertoire. But now I'd love to do it again. Like, absolutely. Like, cause I have a little more stuff under my fingers. So yeah, I want to do it again. Yeah.
It's just interesting to see you apply your sense of, your talents to a different kind of environment, because it'd just be interesting to see. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but it'd be fun to try, I bet.
Yeah, for sure. The
Yeah.
real old stuff. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for that. Yep. Good idea.
So you've only used color for the last couple of years. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's
Remarkable.
about it. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I messed around with color and as a kid and stuff, but I had no color training or anything. So, yeah.
Is some of the sketch work worth showing at some point?
Yeah, maybe next week I'll bring out that sketchbook. It hasn't been scanned in, but I'll scan in some of it. It's all just pencil drawings, but yeah, it was all done on site too. So you have to be quick about it, right? So they've got a nice lively, they look a lot different. So I'd like to show them actually. Thanks
Love
for
to
that.
see it. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remind myself.
Okay, Kim, do you want to go?
Sure. Okey doke. My GIMP wasn't working today. In fact, it's rather bothering me because I can't get stuff on. So I'm going to start. In fact, I don't even know what's happened to mine. Well, this is my GIMP, but it's not what I wanted to show you first. I did not want to show this to you first. Let's see if there's anything else that I have, because it's disappeared.
We haven't gotten your share screen yet.
Yeah, it's a good thing you haven't. Okay, let me get back. No, you know what? I had a whole bunch of things to show, but I couldn't get it on GIMP. And so I put it on my regular thing, on my regular computer. I have a feeling it's behind the Zoom. Anyway, I'll just have to show you one thing. I had a whole bunch of things. So, Bob, can you get me back into the Zoom?
For our point of view, you are in the Zoom.
No, I think I X'd myself out trying to find, oh, here we are. Now I'm back. Okay. So let me go to share screen. I'll just have to do the one thing that I can find of mine. which is a shame because I had a whole bunch.
Okay, we got your share screen.
Okay, I don't have it. Can you see what I did?
Not yet.
Well, the Zoom screen's in front of it.
Can you?
Okay.
Ah,
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yay.
Rorschach,
It came
Rorschach
up.
test.
So unfortunately, I had a whole bunch of things to show you and I had them on my computer, but I don't know how they weren't on GIMP. I could not get them on GIMP and they disappeared. So I just tell you what this is, okay? This week, I saw on ArtNet a series of very small things by Gerhard Richter, and they weren't any way typical of what he does. They were very small and they were splotches of color, which reminded me a little bit of Anders stuff, but colored. Anyway, I remembered that I had taken pictures of clouds in April of this year. And so I went back to my cloud photos and they weren't as good as Janice's, so I never ever, I never ever showed you them. They were just online. And what I did was I cut pieces out of the clouds and I made them black and white. And then I put them together. So what I saw, if you look, it's like a Rorschach. If you look at the edges, it looks like two cows. It looked like a cow. But then I put them together and it looked to me like a woman. So I call it the cow woman. And
I see that.
do you see a woman? Because
Yeah.
honestly, that's what I see.
I see a woman rising.
Yeah.
But this is
Like a doll.
Yeah, this is actually a cloud. This is actually a cloud. I did
Very
nothing to it. I just chopped it, and then I reversed it and put it together.
Yeah,
But
cool.
this is actually a cloud. And so I didn't want to compete with Janice because I couldn't. It wasn't any good. But the Gerhard Richter that I saw just sparked something in me to go back to the cloud and cut it out, make it sepia, and then put it together. And that's what came out.
I don't have
Very nice. Very
copyrights
nice.
on clouds.
Say that, Janice. I didn't hear it.
I don't have copyrights on clouds.
No, but what you do with them is very beautiful. And I knew I couldn't do anything like that. And I wasn't trying to this time. I was actually just influenced by Gerhard Richter's splotches on looked like watercolor that he spilled on pieces of paper, and it just reminded me of the clouds. And all I did.
Kim, I think once you change the color, it doesn't look like the sky. It doesn't give anybody, like a hook to hang on to, because the brown is just so earth tones.
Right. So it doesn't look like a cloud anymore.
So it becomes something entirely different.
Right.
Very interesting.
But it remains organic. It looks like lichens growing on a tree or something. It has a foresty feeling to me.
If you divide it in half, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Do you see, it looked to me like a cow. Divided in half, it looked to me like the cows that are in the farm up the road.
Cows.
That's what I saw. And it was only when I flipped it around and put it together that it looked like a woman. So, unfortunately,
It's successful whatever way you got to that point.
it was kind of accidental in a way. But I like your point about when you make a cloud brown or sepia, then it isn't a cloud anymore. It does. I mean, that you're right. The reference point of the sky is just gone, because the white part is the sky, but now it's sepia.
Right.
I love the technique. The Rorschach version is the Rorschach concept is amazing. In the next few weeks, maybe I'll be able to put it together. I have a series of work that this reminds me of, and I really enjoy it. I like it a lot. Very nice.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
It looks
Beautiful.
watercolor. It's like a
Yeah, it does.
watercolor painting.
Gerhard
Yeah.
Richter's things were watercolors, and they weren't huge like his huge canvases. They look like that, but in watercolors, and that's what sparked my interest in going back to my cloud photos.
Yeah. Very
Yeah, you're definitely on to something. Keep going with it. Definitely keep going with it. It's beautiful.
Well, thank
And I
you.
see your title, Cloud Woman in Sepia. That is a
Where-
cool title
Yeah, where do you see the title?
at the very bottom of the screen.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
That's a nice title.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
okay. All right. Well, thank you. I actually did a lot of Sarah shots. Well, not really as nice as Sarah, but they were inspired by Sarah, let's just say. And I don't have them to show you. And one a Mike inspired shot.
Well, you'll
But,
have to do
uh,
it next week.
Yeah, next week. But the thing is, I don't know how to get it onto GIMP. I'm going to have to do some serious work and see what happened to GIMP. I think my GIMP is failing me.
You know, Bob, I have a suggestion. Maybe this would help everybody. Maybe we should do a little tutorial on how to show these things on this type of format for everybody. I mean, there are some very simple ways for people to show stuff that would cut through the difficulties we've been seeing recently.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
Well,
great.
usually, previously that's been done by Bob Lee's in special exhibitions. But yes, we could do one here. I'll think about that.
Yeah, well, maybe you and I would talk about it because I have a couple ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe
All
we
right.
upload them all before the meeting, and then that way they're all just already in sequence. So there's
Sure.
no shifting back and forth.
And there's some very, very simple ways of displaying them right on your computer that don't have to be even through any particular program, which they're just right on your screen and you just go right through them.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just share my screen,
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
the whole desktop, and then
Yep.
you can do everything. Because, yeah, we really nice to see these bigger. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Kim, if you hit Windows on your GIMP screen, is that going to display? Will that pull up the ones that you couldn't load?
No, Bob, because
Oh,
I
all right.
literally could not find them and I could not get them. So what I did is I put them on the email thing, like when you download on email, and I had them sitting right here where the Zoom thing is now. That's where they were sitting.
Uh,
And I don't know where they went, tell you the truth.
okay. Sorry, we missed them. This one's strong
It is very strong.
Well,
and different.
Yeah.
And really different.
well, it's different from what I do, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Why do I think it has a little bit of a Japanese feel or something, like a Japanese
Yeah.
print?
Well,
I've
it's
seen those.
interesting you said that because I have an artist friend where I live up there in Susquehanna County. Her name is Amy Sao, and she actually was on one of your exhibits. And she said it looked like a Chinese thing to her.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It does have an Asian feel, she said. Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, a happy accident, shall we say.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. If you can get me off, that would be, thank you.
There.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who has something to show? All right. So I'm going to do mine, and then Jane and I will do the what's happening at the Plastic Club.
Mhm.
All right. This is influenced by Ken. I don't know if Ken's going to recognize the artist, but this is Henri Cartier-Bresson.
Oh, yeah.
He
Yeah.
did a photo essay for Stern magazine in Germany, and
Mhm.
and he wrote about how this was a woman at a Russian factory, and she gave him this hostile stare because Russia in the 50s was very paranoid.
Hmm.
But that led to the following technical innovation on my part. You know how I work with a frame and
Mhm.
my little, and I've discovered that I can zoom in on
Ah,
within the frame,
Yes.
wow, yeah,
and that shows off the texture more.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
yes.
Absolutely.
So
Whoa,
that's
yeah.
as big as I get. I'm a little confused as to how to go from here, but it's a big technical breakthrough for me.
Well,
Great.
that's pretty cool. And the way you've shown it right now, the texture in in the center matches more the texture in the frame. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's what makes it so strong.
Oh, it's terrific. Yes, I agree.
Yes, that's the one.
I bet Cartier-Bresson wishes he could have cropped it in like that.
Yeah.
Right, right.
But that is the one of the
This-
ones you showed.
Anyway,
I'm-
yes,
This is the one you prefer rather than,
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I agree. I think there's something
I-
about
I do.
the composition of all the shapes and tonality against your frame, which works very well.
Right, I think that's the one.
okay, let me show you another experiment in, this is a collage of things from a car catalog. And so I was okay with that, but then I decided to try a zoom in.
Hmm.
And this is
Wow.
what I got the second time,
Mhm.
Nice.
which is again enlarging the central
Yes.
image. And
Mhm.
I don't know which I prefer,
Hmm.
but I feel this is a big breakthrough for me.
Well, I think it is, because I think I actually like this one as well.
Yeah,
I like the
because-
focus thing.
Yeah, and it also relates better to the frame.
Yeah, yeah.
Taking
the-
the
the
wheels
balance
out of
is-
round, that's, you've made it, you've abstracted it. So if you didn't tell us that those were car parts, you know what I mean? It's like you've done something quite interesting there by making them egg shaped.
Mhm.
Definitely, yes, I agree with that. Yeah.
Just two more things. This is a political comment. I don't know if any of you are on the Deus Vult is Latin for God wills it, and some of the protesters of the January 6th were felt as if God was telling them, and I'm saying Deus non vult, which is God does not want you to do this. And
Very good, Bob. Very good.
I usually don't use text that much, and this is I think this is a 1600 Italian print, which shows there was this prophet called Savonarola
Mm.
in the
Yeah.
16th century Italy, a little who got the kids in Bologna or some Italian city to go around to the houses of the rich people and say, give us your occasions of sin, your silver, your musical instrument, your books. And this kid, I think that is a picture from that. And this is a kid holding a stick or a cudgel. And I thought it was a little political. All right. And one last thing.
Ooh.
I like that.
This is Epstein, the guy that abused women.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
This is one of the first women he abused, and the one who blew the whistle on him was a woman named Maria Farmer, and she escaped and became an artist, and she did a series. This is a painting by her, Maria Farmer, and I felt so weird reading about this that I overlaid it with a Sears catalog hardware thing, just as a distancing method.
Bob, that is so interesting that you say that she was a victim of Jeffrey Epstein, because when I first looked at this, it makes me think of it's a domestic scene. It's a woman, and she's having frightening daydreams or thoughts or confusion. There's something. It seems to me that it shows what's going on in her head. It's kind of jumbled or something. Anyway,
The
Yeah, I
link
think that's good.
Yeah.
the link to Maria Warner's art is on my webpage. I encourage people to go look at it. There's a horrifying, it's anyway,
But her last name is Farmer.
Farmer. Thank you, Janice.
Maria Farmer.
Okay.
And it's mariafarmerartist.com. I'll send out the link next week.
All right, good. Yes.
Okay.
That was nice, Bob.
It was emotionally wearing because I don't like to read about that stuff.
Mhm.
Okay. Jane, do you want to fill us in on the Plastic Club?
Yes, so I have a couple items and then anyone else, Bob, or anyone can add. So we had sad news at the Plastic Club. Our longtime member Jack Gerber passed away on January 14th. Some of you may know that. On the website, there is on the homepage or on the news section, you can scroll down to his obituary, which has some nice quotes by Mike Gwynn and also Dorothy Roshan, members of the club. So
Jane, did he die of COVID?
he was 93. I'm not sure if it was COVID related. I think he'd been, I believe it was related to Alzheimer's. So he had been failing for some time. Anyway, it's a nice obituary and a lot of pictures, a lot of his works, which are really distinctive. Next up, the About Face show is coming. It will be up on the site on February 7th. Then the salon for About Face is scheduled for February 21st. So mark your calendars. And then just a reminder for March, we have fabric, fiber, and textiles. That's due, those artworks are due February 27th. And that's it from me.
Good.
Others? Bob, did you have something?
Bob?
Bob,
He
you're
took his
frozen.
headphones
He's
off.
frozen in time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There he comes. Wait. Oh, he left. Well, is he coming back?
Bummer.
Go get Janice.
Oh, like I know it.
Janice, run around and
I'm
knock
going
him in the
to.
head.
I'll do that.
Jiggle the computer.
Right.
Throw a shoe at the computer. Anyone else have some news to share while we're waiting?
Beautiful snowstorm, wasn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I might have enjoyed more if I didn't have tenants without heat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's slush already where I am here in Fishtown. It's really messy and gross already. So there
Really?
wasn't much pretty white
I
stuff
know.
once it stopped.
It doesn't, the beauty doesn't last long.
Not this time, no.
So you got a lot of rain.
Yeah, there was
Rain?
freezing rain here too. Yeah, good point.
Bob is trying to get back.
Oh my,
We have like 1.5 feet of snow.
did you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Where are
you?
you? Yeah.
Chester County.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the guy that plows us out, he showed up with his front end loader.
boy.
I said, as long as it works, I'm happy.
Mm.
Wow.
I had to go to physical therapy this morning and walk through that.
Oh.
That was enough for me.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's slipping that's really bad part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And walking through all that melted snow on the sidewalk.
I know. And then it'll be slippery when it freezes tomorrow.
Yeah.
So watch out. Just don't fall.
Black
Right.
ice.
So
Black
Plastic
ice.
Club
Right.
public
Right.
service announcement.
Be careful.
That's right.
Black ice matters. Black ice matters. Yes.
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
You're
we can.
back. Yep, we were waiting for you.
Okay. All I have to say is that I talked to Michael Gwynn, And the new address books are coming out late February, early March. But I'm getting an early copy of the address lists. And I am determined to send out a mailing to members of this Zoom group. I think I'd like to print out some stuff either by me or someone else and send it to people in this Zoom group because, happy midwinter. Anyway, and I intend to do that next week is the board meeting, and then the following Tuesday is I'd like to do a mailing. That's all I have.
We'll look for that.
Yeah.
All right. I guess you guys are gonna have to shut yourself down.
Boogie.
All right.
Okay.
All right, good night, everybody. Thank
See you
you.
later.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Okay, let's see how we do this.
Let's see if it's still on. It's hard to know.
Yeah. That should be at the end of every one.
What?
First saying, okay, let's see how we do this.
But it could still be on, you know. Let's see. Let's see. See, they're still in there.
Hmm.